So you've worked with a lot of coaches. The coach, would you say the coach is the leader of the team?
I would say so. I mean, when you play at Bayern Munich and the squad is full of big stars, you normally just need someone who has a good man management and keeps everyone happy. You don't need the highest skilled coach, as in other clubs where you don't have that much quality. You need someone who actually can change things and put some tactics or game plans in where you can beat other teams.
That's interesting. So you're saying in a club where there's tons of high-level talent, you may not necessarily need the coach that's going to implement new strategies and teach new things. A coach that has more people management,
that's right,
and personality management is best. But with a club with less talent, okay, well, we need to make some big changes, some big plays. That's really, really interesting because it brings up the question of like, how do you manage a team of 8 players in business as well? It's kind of like, well, do we let them do what they do because they're already the best? But do we just manage their, make sure they're happy, make sure they're good? But I'd imagine being in a team like Bayern Munich that you got a lot of big personalities as well. Everyone's very famous.
Yeah.
And
everyone has a big ego. I mean,
of course, they're famous.
Yeah. I mean, I think in every business, when you're successful, people have a huge ego, right? But I've never seen a bigger ego than in football players.
And how did you handle it though? Because I'm sure you got a bit of an ego yourself when you got there.
Yes.
And you probably had a bit of an ego on the way up. I mean, you're the youngest player at Shaker. I don't want to say it wrong.
Shaker.
I'm sure your confidence was high. The girls were probably loving you at that point. Probably now too still. But how did you handle, or how did your family help you maintain, because you're a very humble person. Was that always the case, or did you learn that it's best to be that way the hard way, or how did you maintain that? How did you handle the ego?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy, especially when you are on the top in this age. I mean, 16 years. I think this time I learned so much, and it's always good to be around experienced people, and that helped me a lot. But obviously, it was tough. I did some mistakes. I think everyone does mistakes, but the most important thing is to learn from that. And during my career, it went a bit like a roller coaster, ups and downs all the time. There's not many football players that the career just goes up from the beginning to the end. So you have to be very strong mentally to go through that, because, as I said before, when you're successful, you have so many people around you, and everyone wants a piece of the cake. And when you are down, it's different. So for me, I was most of the time very introvert, and I never let a lot of people get close to my really close
inner
circle. Yeah.
The reality is, sports business, you're gonna be down at some point, and you're gonna be up at some points. It's just, that's the way of the world. And imagine if you let all these people in when you're up, and then you go down and they all leave, you're going to be depressed, like everyone hates me. But if you only have that small inner circle of people that are there for the up or the down, you've got that stability. And that's probably the most important thing someone can have, that foundational base.